Everyone, welcome to my life of me just relaxing in January 1st 2020. You guys, I'm just here in the beach relaxing, enjoying my perfect tan, enjoying the view. But the only thing is, I like to have peace and quiet, but there's some people here walking back and forth. We know in Florida there probably be some tourists up there north or something like that. But I know this is my last week just to enjoy this place, and I finally got engaged for this year. I'm about to get married with her in the summer, but not right now. But I'm gonna enjoy my life with her. And meanwhile, I'm just here relaxing and wearing my swimsuit. What do you think, you guys? Isn't it? Well, you can't see it right there. Right there. There you go. I'm not gonna show too much, you guys, because you know how YouTube have rules and Instagram have rules instead. Because I know that it's permitted to have nudity instead. I know nudity is unacceptable for on the internet. It's already just required that people don't get paid for doing that or anything like that. I have my own channel because this is my own life. Because I don't own a business, I don't own no porn industry or nothing like that, you guys, okay? Besides, one of these days I like to be a male mom because I have my bods here that I did lose weight and I did had some sexy abs too, just two instead, two abs. I'm just here getting a perfect tan, not getting anything else like having white skin or nothing like that. Just having a perfect beach day. Well, I know the water is freaking cold. Do you want to see? I'm here walking along. Oh, it's kind of a perfect place for peace and quiet. See, there's some people walking or doing jogging. Woo! Now that's cold. See how cold it is? Whew. Well, the water is so freaking cold, about 60 degrees here in Florida. It's already in January and it's still cold instead. Well, I know it's gonna cool down eventually in a couple of days. Florida doesn't get usually cold that much. It only gets usually like between 60s or 50s. Or sometimes 40s or sometimes 30s, you guys, because I know Florida doesn't usually get cold enough here, but it usually get cold enough for about a couple of days and then warms up back again. You know that? And I know it used to snow in Florida once, but that was it. Because sometimes it's very rare that it can snow sometimes over here in Florida or probably in Arizona or Las Vegas sometimes. But not all the time, you guys, for this rare season. And of course, one of these days, I want to go to a naked beach called Hollover Beach instead. Well, have you ever heard Hollover Beach before? Well, let me tell you something. I used to be in the beach with my parents before. I know my mom was kind of topless, but the only thing is, sometimes I didn't got used to that because looking at my mom topless was uncomfortable instead. That's what it is, uncomfortable. Because and besides, my dad was wearing a thong, and of course for me I was wearing shorts, nothing else, nothing to it instead. And of course, going to Hollover Beach was pretty amazing. It's like people don't usually take pictures or videotape because you have to give them permission for that too. Otherwise they might fall in the wrong hands from other people instead. One of these days I might go to Hollywood Beach, but meanwhile, this beach is not private instead because there's just, when the summer gets here and it rains here, guess what? Last time I used to do something here very rare. Yeah, taking off my clothes, going back and forth at the same time. You know that? I'm in Key Biscayne Beach here. Just relaxing, getting some suntan, of course, but the only thing is I keep that stuff privately. I don't usually share that to nobody on Facebook or Instagram or any kind of website I'm gonna do instead, you guys. And when I have a vacation or something, I'm gonna go to that naked beach near Hollover Beach. All right, you guys. Hey, and besides, I'm not gonna take photos or pictures or anybody, because if you ever see naked people and getting used to it, guess what? I like to get used to them instead. You know that? People don't stare or say anything or say something to each other instead. They like to keep it personal. You know that? They're not laughing or nothing like that. I got used to being naked. I like to get naked in front of people. You know that? I love it. And besides, I wasn't ashamed of it too. When we see a naked person, guess what? Get naked with them instead. I'm not ashamed of them too. And meanwhile, I'm just here relaxing, enjoying one more week before I go back to work, you guys. Yeah, and exactly what I do for just having a peaceful day. No one's disturbing, no one's bothering or anything like that. And besides, I'm not gonna go to this Key Biscayne that much because I like to go somewhere else. A little bit extreme. You know that. Well, let's talk about something else different. Well, let's talk about Special Olympics. Well, I did join in Special Olympics back in 2019, back in the summer, you guys. I have to, do is just to sign a form and go to the doctor's appointment to sign that up and to give them to the Special Olympics former instead. I know that Special Olympics like that, you win medals, you'll be, losing weight or doing the right thing is just competing with other players and other teams instead. In Special Olympics, I like to do other sports things like doing bowling, softball, and basketball. But for volleyball, no, I was not going to cut it because some people deal with it because it always scrapes your knees instead. I don't want to deal with that problem instead or deal with that situation, you guys. I just like to do is just to keep me self safe because I got hurt so many times in softball or playing basketball instead with my knee, of course, because that wasn't very good for me instead. So much I had to buy myself a knee pad instead. I know in when you play sports, you get hurt so many times. You know that? So many times is that you get used to it. You know that? Hold on. Plane passing by. It'd probably be a helicopter tour touring around the place. You know that? And trust me. And trust me that in Special Olympics, I know that for starters, I'm good of it too. But there's some people who are that good and some people who are not that good. If they want to quit, they can quit wherever they want. There's things like that people can't even deal with instead. Just like, say, for example, there was a fat guy that I didn't know from a long time ago, back in 2013, named Johnny. He was a bearded guy, and of course, he was a little bit weight. He looked like a blimp to me. I'm going to tell you this guy. This guy was just like playing Special Olympics, but he wasn't doing that good in Special Olympics. You know why it happened? That's why he was sick and tired the way that people treat him the wrong way instead. I thought when people tell him what to do or anything like that, he doesn't usually like it. Well, you know what happened? He went somewhere else just to quit instead. That's why people give up on Special Olympics. Some do and some don't. If that's the problem in their lives, guess what? You're a nobody in life. If you want to be like a couch potato or something like that, that's their life. Focus on your life. Don't focus about anybody who has problems. And that's a theory because I don't give a shit about anybody who does differently instead. Just like they want to be lazy, some they want to change. Guess what? It's an opportunity that Special Olympics has more competition than anywhere else. Not best buddies, Special Olympics, you guys. So, what do you think, you guys? Because, and believe me, I like to do Special Olympics pretty much instead because I want to look good instead. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, I quit doing exercise in LA Fitness because what's more better? You want to do something to do fitness? I'll let you do something fitness near Special Olympics, not LA Fitness, because I was in part in Special Olympics back years ago. Instead, I was doing something else differently. I was doing, LA Fitness.